Good day, everyone. I'm Rona Delgado. It is an honor to be here with you at this international conference. I'd like to begin by expressing my gratitude and to introduce my esteemed co-presenters, Mr. Well Baluyot, Michelle Eugene Estrella, and Mr. Albert Romero, whose collaboration and insight have been invaluable in preparing this presentation. I would also like to take a moment to acknowledge my academic program, Bachelor of Public Administration, and my university, Bulacan State University, for their unwavering support and for providing me this incredible opportunity to share our work on overloaded trucks and trailers, assessing their impact on roads and daily travel for drivers and commuters in Meycauayan, Bulacan, with such a distinguished audience. We are excited to take you through this journey and look forward to your thoughts and feedback. The city of Meycauayan, Bulacan has been considered an industrial powerhouse in the country, which implies as one of the cities with highest pollution levels on the grounds of industrial production in the Philippines, as highlighted by Diwa et al. 2021. This led to the establishment of numerous industrial factories and manufacturing companies, resulting in an increased number of trucks and trailers passing the city roads. However, the problems and issues does not just merely stem from the appearance of these vehicles. It also occurs when the presence of overloaded trucks and trailers. Overloaded vehicles, typically dominated by trucks, have loads or gross weights exceeding their maximum legal limits on the road, according to Jihani 2018. This number of overloaded vehicles in terms of total vehicle weight causes significant damage to the pavements, increasing the cost of pavement construction and rehabilitation. Also, trucks not only accelerate the deterioration of road pavements but also pose safety risks to the other motorists and pedestrians. In addition, frequent road repairs due to damage caused by overloaded trucks lead to traffic congestion, as well as longer travel time and economic losses for daily commuters, in which addressing this issue directly requires a deeper insight into its causes and effects, including the development of comprehensive policies to ensure an industrial growth balance with the sustainable usage of roads and traffic management.
So, as the center area of the topic, the barangays of Kamalig and Bahay Pare in Kawayan City, Bulacan have a massive total of 16 and 14 manufacturing companies and corporations. And all of these have its own factories, power-driven machines, and of course, an immense amount of trailer trucks for transports. So, this directly ties to the focus of this study, specifically the Kawayan Kamalig to Bahay Pare Road, in which this specific road is the only route for trailer trucks in the area towards northern provinces in Luzon, and of course Manila, which is the capital of the Philippines, via North Luzon Expressway, which makes it very necessary for delivering of goods and supporting local transport and logistics. So, the Republic Act number 8794 of 2000, also known as the Motor Vehicle Users Charge or MVUC, so it was enacted to ensure the proper maintenance of national and provincial roads, in which this law provides sufficient funding for road upkeep and aims to reduce the adverse effects of vehicle overloading, which is in both infrastructure and public safety. And in particular, Section 6 of Republic Act 8794 specifies restrictions on the gross vehicle weight of course, all vehicle or GVW, as you also called, and based on axle load configurations. So, this is very crucial in order to prevent early road destruction caused by excessive weight, in which, to illustrate, the government has set a maximum allowable load weight of 13,500 kilograms for both trucks and trailers, in which this standard is also reinforced locally in the provincial government of Bulacan through the Executive Order Number 6 Series of 2018 or 2018, which aligns with the national directive, in which these measures collectively emphasize the importance of protecting road infrastructure and ensuring public safety. So, to give more information, both Republic Act number 8794 and Executive Order number 6 of 2018 impose fines and penalties on operators and owners of course, overloaded vehicles, in which the penalties vary depending on the degree of violation, ensuring the accountability for compliance. And of course, when it comes to enforcement, RA 8794 mandates the establishment of weighbridge stations and portable weighing scales, which are managed under the jurisdiction of the Department of Public Works and Highways, or DPWH. So basically, it is highly considered that these tools are critical for monitoring and regulating vehicle weights effectively. However, despite these provisions, challenges in implementation still remain, particularly in areas of Meycauayan City in Bulacan, in which notably, Meycauayan does not have a city ordinance specifically addressing the overloaded trucks and trailers, in which, as a result, um, heavy loaded vehicles continue to contribute significantly towards the road damage in the area. So more importantly, they pose safety risks to commuters, of course, and this situation underscores the pressing need for stricter compliance with the law of RA 8794 and the introduction of local ordinances to reinforce its implementation. Next is the map itself, in which it shows the vicinity map of Meycauayan Kamalig Bahay Pare Road, or the main focus area of the study. Next is the Department of Public Works and Highways, or the DPWH, in which basically it is recognized as the organization tasked with the planning, designing, construction, and upkeep of infrastructure facilities, particularly in national highways, in which they additionally utilize the Road and Bridge Information Application, or the RBIA, which evaluates the state of roads and bridge in the country, which represents the actual conditions of the roads. So, next slide, this shows the country's road condition categories via DPWH Road and Bridge Information Application Map. And it has 4 condition categories, which is good, fair, poor, and bad, along with an additional category for no assessment. So, each condition is depicted by a distinct color line on the map, wherein good is shown with a green line, fair with a yellow line, poor with an orange line, bad with a red line, and a white line, which signifies that there are no assessment records for that particular road or highway. So, in the year 2023, the DPWH presents the evaluation of the road condition for Meycauayan Kamalig Bahay Pare in RBIA based on the Visual Condition Index, or VCI, of the National Road Network, which is depicted with various color lines, with the color yellow categorized as having fair condition, totaling a segment length of 3,571 meters, or 3.57 kilometers, which basically it indicates that the majority of the road in this condition is generally passable but has minor defects such as small cracks, shallow potholes, or slight surface unevenness. And also, the second largest categorized as having poor condition with the color is the orange, or basically the orange category, which indicates that areas in this condition may affect the safety and comfort of driving. Next is the annual average daily traffic, or AADT, which is also established by the DPWH, in which basically it is also a map that shows a visual representation of traffic congestion and the estimated number of vehicles that usually pass through specific roads or highways. Also, next slide shows the daily number of vehicles passing through Meycauayan Kamalig Bahay Pare Road from the year 2021 to 2023 via DPWH Road Traffic Information Map. So, next slide shows the actual DPWH website map on road traffic information in Meycauayan, in which, to give you the idea or to illustrate, the thickness of the red line determines the density levels on various roads, which means that the thicker the red line is, the more vehicles are passing on that particular road or highway. Next shows the vehicle count survey on Barangay Iba to Malhacan Road last July 2024. So, presented on the screen is the average amount of vehicles passing through Barangay Malhacan and Barangay Iba, which is the two adjacent barangays of Barangay Kamalig and Bahay Pare, which is the main focus or the main area of the study. These two barangays directly rely on Meycauayan Kamalig Bahay Pare Road as its only route for reaching the toll gate towards Manila and northern Luzon or northern provinces. So the amount of trucks passing the highway or national roads just proves that overloaded vehicles is one of the main causes of rapid road wear, which leads to such potholes and the frequent road repairs, which is in turn to disrupt the traffic flow in this area or a certain area of the study. And next slide is one of the policies that's currently trying to reduce the identified problem of overloading vehicles in the city is the implemented truck ban. So here shows the number of vehicles that violated the truck ban ordinance from the year 2023 to 2024, wherein with this number of reported trucks violating the ordinance, it can be perceived that a portion of these trucks or such trailer trucks also contribute to the overloading issue in the city of May Kawayan, Bulacan.
The main goal of this study is to explore the relationship between overloaded trucks and trailers, the deterioration of the road, and the broader effects on the community. To address this, the study is guided by three specific objectives. First, the study aimed to identify the factors that contribute to the impact of overloaded trucks and trailers on the road condition of May Kawayan, Kamalig Bahay Para Road. This includes looking into the records, weight loads, and current road condition among other considerations. Second, the study examined whether those factors also influence the daily travel experiences of both drivers and commuters. For instance, do the potholes or damaged sections caused by heavy vehicles lead to delays or accidents? This objective will uncover those connections. Lastly, the study aimed to provide a comprehensive understanding of how overloaded vehicles affect the everyday lives of residents along this road. This includes exploring challenges such as extended travel times, increased transportation costs, and even potential safety risks. First, how may the current conditions of the May Kawayan Kamalig Bahay Para Road be described? This question establishes a foundational understanding of the road's present state, focusing on visual wear, damages, and maintenance concern. Second question, how may the transit of overloaded trucks and trailers affect the road condition? This question addresses the core issue by investigating how excessive load contribute to infrastructure damage. Third, how may the residents and commuters within the area of May Kawayan, Kamalig Bahay Para Road describe their experience with this overlap? This focuses on understanding the life experience of those directly affected by the road's deteriorating condition. And finally, what are the implications of the study? This question aims to connect the findings with actionable recommendations to improve policy and infrastructure while elevating the challenges faced by the community.
A descriptive method was used to examine the effect caused by overloaded trucks and trailers on the daily lives of drivers and commuters on the national highway or roads in May Kawayan, Bulacan, specifically May Kawayan Kamalig Bahay Pari Road. This method, according to Shori and Nang 2022, focuses on answering the question what and how in the study to identify and define the phenomenon, issue, or circumstance being examined and to explore matters surrounding it. By utilizing this method, researchers can gather in-depth and essential insights from opinions and personal experiences of the participants regarding how the overloaded trucks and trailer affect their daily lives. In terms of data gathering, a qualitative design was used. This method uses tools like open-ended questionnaires to illustrate why things are and help characterize the research problem. With the use of these questionnaires, it allows the participant themselves to explain how, why, or what they were thinking, feeling, and experiencing at a particular time or during an event of interest, according to Penny et al. 2022, giving the researchers more opportunity to gather insightful information. So, instrument of the study. With the use of purposive sampling, the researchers conducted an initial step of identifying who the affected population is regarding the issue of overloaded trucks and trailers. So the open-ended questionnaires involving 30 participants from different barangays of May Kawayan. So the results show that the most noticeable are the drivers and commuters, as they are the ones who frequently travel along the national roads of May Kawayan. Therefore, they are selected as respondents of the study. The qualitative method was conducted through an online questionnaire form via Google Items, utilizing two open-ended questions where participants were asked for their opinions regarding the possible effects of the issue and their views on the monitoring process of overloaded trucks and trailers, and the two open-ended questions addressing the experiences and opinions of the respondents on May Kawayan Kamalig Bahay Pare National Road concerning overloaded trucks and trailers. So the qualitative data gathered from the open-ended questionnaires responses were analyzed using thematic analysis. It is in which this analysis also helps identify themes and insights related to issue being studied.
In this part, I will provide a detailed overview of the findings based on the data collected and the analysis performed. These results aim to shed light on the impact of overloaded trucks on the condition of the Maykawayan, Kamalig, Bahay Pare Road and how these road conditions affect the daily travel experiences of the commuters and residents living the area. The analysis created four themes from the gathered data from the respondents. The first theme is perceived effect of overloaded trucks on road infrastructure. Based on the data collected, most participants expressed concerns regarding the effect of overloaded trucks and trailers on the road conditions along the Maykawayan Kamali Bahay Pare Road. These concerns primarily centered around the rapid deterioration of the road, increased traffic congestion, higher cost of road maintenance, and the frequency of accidents.
For the second theme, which is traffic congestion and accidents as consequences of overloading. A common concern raised by almost half the respondents was the traffic congestion caused by overloaded trucks, which directly impacts the daily lives of commuters. Many participants have shared their experiences of delays and the frustration of being late due to the slow-moving vehicles, particularly those large trucks with heavy containers attached. This theme highlights how the overloading of trucks contributes not only to the road damage but also to significant traffic congestion. For the third theme, which is effectiveness and ethical concerns in law enforcement, a recurring sentiment expressed by respondents was the effectiveness of traffic enforcement when it comes to monitoring violations of the RA 8794 or anti-overloading law. A total of 17 respondents implied that the efforts of traffic enforcers in addressing overloading are not efficient, despite the stricter regulations set by the Land Transportation Office or the LTO. Overloaded trucks continue to be a problem, contributing to bumpy roads in certain barangays of the city.
And for the last theme, which is the prevalence of overloading as a cause of road damage, a significant majority of the respondents, specifically 20 participants, agreed that the primary cause of road damage along the Maykawayan, Kamalig Bahay Pare Road is the overloading of trucks. They pointed out that excessive loads carried by those trucks are directly responsible for the cracks, uneven pavements, and potholes that are increasingly noticeable on the road.
So, to give a very short explanation with the results shown by Ms. Estrella, it reveals that overloaded trucks and trailers in Meycauayan City, Bulacan significantly damage roads, which causes cracks, potholes, and uneven pavements, in which it leads to higher maintenance costs. Also, respondents highlighted how overloaded worsens traffic congestion, which disrupts daily commutes of the commuters, and of course, it affects residents' lifestyles. In which, despite RA 8794's or the RA 8794 implementation, um, the enforcement remains inconsistent with the reports of bribery and leniency among traffic enforcers. So, additionally, poorly constructed roads further deteriorate over time, which increases the problem. So, Realistically, overall, these findings underscore the urgent need for stricter enforcement of anti-overloading laws, improved traffic management, and performance-based road maintenance to address the issues effectively.
This part presents the following recommendation identified after examining the findings of this study. Some recommendation may be made to enhance the existing state of affairs and direct further research. So first, formulate and promulgate an ordinance regarding the total ban of overloading vehicles on the roads of May Kawayan and implement proper rules and regulations pertaining to the ordinance. Formulate a standard penalty and fines concerning violation that may occur related to the ordinance. Record the number of vehicles that violate the ordinance monthly. This will help the municipality further improve the mechanism of the ordinance in combating overloaded vehicles. This must be posted and disseminated to all manufacturing companies within the city of May Kawayan and to the residents to enhance their understanding of how to address this issue. Second is, the national government must prioritize the upgrading of roadways frequently used by heavy vehicles to higher load-bearing standards. And it must also establish regular maintenance schedules to promptly repair damages caused by heavy loads. This will help avoid greater damage to road conditions and also reduce the needs for frequent reconstruction of roadways. And third and last recommendation is for future researchers, it is essential to expand the focus of your research and the categories of respondents to explore and gather more information from different areas and gain additional insights from residents. So since studying the presence of any legal actions, awareness and safety perceptions of the respondents must also be addressed in a manner that includes personal experiences and other demographic information.